Formula One's Finnish contingent had a difficult Saturday ahead of the Japanese Grand Prix as both Valtteri Bottas and Kimi Räikkönen encountered crashes and penalties at Suzuka. Bottas' five-place grid penalty for a gearbox change was confirmed on Friday, but the Mercedes driver's plight deepened when he crashed into the barrier exiting Spoon in FP3, damaging his car. Bottas was able to bounce back in qualifying and finish second behind teammate Lewis Hamilton, only to lose his front row spot due to the grid drop. He will start sixth after the grid is rejigged. With the incident I had in FP3, there was some extra work for the guys. They did really well to get the car together, it worked perfectly, Bottas said, having also qualified for the race on the soft compound tire. It's been a tricky weekend, not quite so clean so far, and going slightly over a curb in FP3 can make a massive difference. I had to reset and go for it. It's going to be a long race, but it's just a real shame to drop back. It would have been better to start 1 and 2 as a team. That would have been nice, but it is what it is. Bottas' struggles almost mirrored those of compatriot Räikkönen, who also crashed out in FP3 after making a mistake, running wide at Degner 2. Ferrari was forced to change the gearbox on Räikkönen's car ahead of qualifying, giving him a 5-place grid drop. Like Bottas, the 2007 world champion opted for an alternate strategy, also taking soft tires. However, Räikkönen was not able to match his fellow countrymen for pace in Q2, and will start the race 10th following his penalty. It was not a great start of the day to go off track this morning in FP3, not the ideal preparation for qualifying. After that, everything got more difficult, but the team did a great job to get the car back in one piece, Räikkönen said. In qualifying the car felt okay, but it was a bit tricky. The biggest issue was the limited running we had with new tires in the morning. In Q3, when I really had to push, I made a mistake in the first run and I had a pretty average lap time in the second one. Now I pay the price for my mistake. After my crash, we've got a 5 places penalty for replacing the gearbox. This obviously complicates our race even more. Tomorrow it's not going to be easy, but I think that we have a good car for the race. The Japanese Grand Prix is live on NBCSN and the NBC Sports app from midnight ET on Sunday. Follow at Luke Smith 1 Brusselton, Ga. A few more incidents peppered the 5th through 8th hours of Moto Petit Le Mans, the season finale for the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship and the Tequila Patron North American Endurance Cup. First 5 hours linked here. Results: Hour 5, Hour 6, Hour 7, Hour 8 by class and overall. The top 6 cars in prototype were within 1 lap at the I-hour mark, but the complexion of the race changed again just before the clock hit that number when the number 16 Change Racing Lamborghini Huracan GT3 stopped on course in turn 1. That brought out the 12th full course caution of the race. The Tequila Patron ESM Nissan on-road PPIs will see Pippo Derani number 22 and Brendan Hartley number 2 finish the race, while Team Penske will deploy Juan Pablo Montoya in its number 6 Oreca 07 Gibson to the finish. At the moment, Brian Dalziel is staying in the number 2 car. Action Express Racing installs Joao Barbosa in its number 5 Mustang Sampling Racing Cadillac PPI VR. Most of the leaders were in just after the I-hour mark for a likely second-to-last stop. There were a few incidents in this stanza. Contact between Nick Heidfeld and Rebellion Racing's Oreca and Kyle Masson in the number 38 Performance Tech Motorsports Oreca FLM09 in the S's cost the Performance Tech team nearly 20 laps, and very likely has ended its hopes of a perfect season in Prototype Challenge. The contact also spoiled Rebellion's win hopes, and a particularly impressive drive from Heidfeld's teammate Gustavo Menezes. Bad luck struck the No. 93 Michael Shank Racing Acura NSX GT3-2, with contact between former Kia Pirelli World Challenge teammates Nick Johnson and No. 54 Core Autosport Porsche 911 GT3R and Mark Wilkins, sending Wilkins hard into the tire barriers and out of the race. A second incident of contact between the number 85 JDC Miller Motorsports Oreca 07 Gibson and one of the Nissan on-road PPIs, the number 22 car, saw the JDC Miller car lose its rear wing, hit by the No. 57 Stevenson Motorsports Audi R8 LMS. Stevenson endured a nightmare team finale with various mechanical issues, Andrew Davis stopping on track in turn 1 and needing to reverse, and then this contact. The number 90 Visit Florida Racing Ligier JSP 217 Gibson is fighting through alternator issues as well. NBCS and IndyCar analyst Townsend Bell pulled off the likely save of the race, completing a 360-degree pirouette in his number 23 Alex Job Racing Audi R8 LMS on the front straight. Man, that was 0 to hero. I thought I had my turn in right. And I had it wrong, Bell told IMSA Radio. I got the right front on the curb and the grass. I was hanging on with oversteer, like mad, and it got away from me. I looked left and right. I did a Starsky and Hutch and prayed. Just after the I-Thor mark, a nasty accident occurred as Robert Alon lost control of his number 14 3GT Racing Lexus RCF GT3 and crashed heavily into the tire barriers at turn 12. That put the race under its 13th full course caution. Follow at Tony DeZeno.